and this is where getting in the media actually does matter, and getting them to your legislator, so your legislator can go and say, I think Toomey's not going to be helpful at all because he loves free trade. That was his job for about 20 years, was to promote free trade. But Casey will be, and I think that depending on what happens in the election, Casey's going to be really key to certain things. But even at the local level, we can get groundswell locally to get, people don't even know that this is coming up. And really, we only have like 3 months. So pass the idea around at your GAs and around your group, and you can go to, when we email out the notes, I'll include in the notes some of the web links for the talking points and stuff like that. And if anyone has any questions on the guy.
Brett, I apologize for the disruption we had up here.
I don't care.
We have a little bit of time left. Could we just have a quick recap, because some of the people up here couldn't hear the first part of what you said?
Well, basically, Americans in the past 20 years have been able to modify free trade agreements. We've never been able to stop one, but we can modify them to get rid of the most toxic things that really help the corporations the most.
We stopped Central America free trade.
Okay. All right, questions for Brett now. Or clarifying questions, information. First person I saw was Jackie, and then Staxter turned over to Ed.
Well, just that, what Brett was saying, and that applies to everything here. One time recently, we stopped something because there was a lot of news coverage, there was a lot of people that showed up at the Capitol. That was their pay raise. Now, they were very arrogant about it, and they were very nasty to us in the beginning, but when we showed up in mass and demonstrated up there, okay, they changed that. Okay? That's what we need to do with some issues. But we need to get with like clean water and all the other fracking people, they're like all over the place. We need to get someone to coordinate with all of them and show up on the 17th. And that's what we need to do with every issue. Coordinate with, there's so many groups, Common Cause and Democracy Rising, that are working on the same things, the clean water. There's so many organizations. We have to coordinate that somehow, and to bring them into Occupy for those big things.
Question. Is there, that's more so than what you're talking about, is there anything planned for Earth Day or Earth Day weekend statewide, or maybe we should all get on the same page and do an anti-fracking Earth Day event, or coalesce around Earth Day? Just an idea.
Yes.
When's that May 1st, right?
We have about 30 seconds left for
April 22nd.
Yes, Dave, second.
Yeah, just I'm glad to hear all the facts you put out on that. The anti-globalization movement started at the WTO in Seattle in 1999, and it's often called a global justice movement. And I think they might have stopped Central America free trade when Brazil stood in the way. But it's really an uphill battle. It really needs a lot of attention. There are two information sites, the IMC, Independent Media Centers, which is a network of websites all over the world. They have a lot of information on it. And the World Social Forum, WSF, which was set up in kind of in opposition to the World Economic Forum. And they try to gear things toward people and the environment as opposed to profit. A good sign is that the World Economic Forum this year in Davos, Switzerland, started with the question of, is capitalism still viable in the century? Which is kind of strange to see people at the top of the pyramid questioning capitalism. Might be a good sign.
Our first part of General Assembly has come to an end. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for being engaged and contributing.
In the back.
So, there's something in the back I need to have attention to?
Yeah, we weren't done with that list because we never got on the direct action or regional organization. Or can we continue after the break?
Sorry, we're up, down, right?
Did we forget to put it on the list?
Yeah, it's after the break.
Which is
It's after the break. Oh, the organized regional direct action. Is that after the break?
Are you talking this stuff down here?
After the break?
What are you
Do
asking
you
about?
see the item you think is missing?
The regional direct action.
I can't see, dude. I'm too far.
The F-29?
Yeah, talk to me during the break. We'll address that.
Yeah, it's not up there, but all right.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for being here and being engaged in making this a constructive conversation. We're going to go to break for 30 minutes, and then we'll be back.
There'll be food here.
Yes, it's free. Lots